Welcome everyone to the Avid Tech Talk webcast series. These sessions were created for Avid customers and partners to administer, design, use, and implement Avid products. And these sessions were also created to help you be more successful with the deployment and use of Avid products. And in today's session, we're going to be talking about Pro Tools. Specifically, we're going to be taking a closer look at the basics of getting started on Pro Tools. Today's session is a live webcast presentation, and these sessions are not designed with polished marketing content. Instead, we're really focusing these sessions on being less formal and providing participants with technical content and as much demo material as possible. My name is Kelly Hoops. I'm a Senior Director with Avid Global Services, and I'm very happy to be the host of today's session. Today's technical content will be presented by Elvina and Boyet Aquino. Our first presenter, G, is a professor of practice at De La Salle University, Manila, at the College of St. Boyet, School of Design and Arts. She is also a guild member with the Film Academy of the Philippines and the Motion Picture Audio Society of the Philippines. She is an audio recordist for the International Bamboo Organ Festival and has 20 years of experience in the sound and audio industry, including sound installations and collaboration, broadcast audio, music production, audio forensics, independent and commercial cinema from field to post, sound design, fixed and touring systems, internet streaming, telecommunications, multi-channel mixing, and alarm and audible systems. Our second presenter, Boyet, has been working in the studio for over 20 years and is a practicing musician, in particular a professional drummer. He has worked with John Legend, Macklemore, and Ryan Lewis, among other artists, and recently represented the Philippines in the International Blues Competition in Memphis last February 2015. Both of our presenters bring a lot of industry experience, and we're very happy to have them present today's content. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to our presenters.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you also to everyone here joining us today. My name is Boyet, and I will be the first presenter. In this episode, we plan to go back to the basics and discuss the first things you need to do when setting up Pro Tools. Our goal here is to help our customers get their Pro Tools system up and running and eliminate the issues that they may encounter during activation, authorization, downloading and installation, and other situations that customers may encounter, especially for first-time Pro Tools users. Pro Tools uses iLok for license management, so we'll be discussing both what you need to do with iLok as well as steps with Pro Tools. I will be discussing how to create an Avid account and an iLok account, how to activate the product and download codes, and how to download and install Pro Tools. Then Jet will be discussing setting up Pro Tools, creating projects, and setting up the right session parameters concerning video. So let's get started. Let's break it down into 3 easy steps. Step 1, creating accounts. Step 2, activating and downloading Pro Tools. Step 3, authorizing and launching Pro Tools. So let's begin. Step 1, first, you need to have an iLok account. iLok is a service that will allow you to manage your software licenses and place it on an iLok key. We are here at iLok.com, so let's go ahead and create a free iLok account. Click Create Free Account, this one over here, click that one, and fill out all the required fields and click Create Account. Next page is iLok's registration confirmation link that will be sent to your email. Click Continue, and let's check our email. Check your inbox and open iLok account activation. That should be the one over here. Click on that one, open that one, and then click on the link, this blue one. Click that one, and it will take you to this page confirming that your iLok account has been activated. Next is to install iLok License Manager. iLok License Manager is needed to transfer your Pro Tools license from your iLok account to your iLok key. Be sure to choose the correct installer for your system found here. If it's Mac OS X, if it's Windows, there are two versions, 32-bit and 64-bit, and choose one of those. So after you have installed iLok License Manager, let's now create an Avid account. Let's go to avid.com. This is avid.com. Click Sign In, Register, this one over here. Click that one. And fill out all the required fields and click Create Account. It will take you to this page confirming that your Avid account has been created. Next step is to validate your account. Let's click your account name. That will be your email address on the top right over here. And it will take you to the next page. Also fill out again all the required fields and click Validate. Now we're on step 2. Step 2 is activating and downloading Pro Tools. After your Avid account has been validated, next step is to activate your product. Under your Avid Master account, click on Avid Software Activation. This is your Avid Master account. After you have created your account, you'll see this one. And click this one to activate the product. And enter your product code here. Over here. And click Activate Product Subscription. Next page is to verify your email address. Please click Yes to continue. Now, again, go to your email and open Avid account verification sent by Avid. That should be this one. Open this one. And again, click on the link, same as on the iLok. This one. And it will take you to this page asking where should the license be deposited. Since we have already created an iLok account, let's enter the user ID that we have just created and also the password. Oh, I mean just the user ID for now. Use this account. Next page is to authorize Avid to link your iLok account. Enter your iLok user ID and password and click Authorize. User ID in here and password here, then click Authorize. Next is for you to pick a reseller where you have bought the product. Choose your reseller, but if you can't find it on the list, just click Reseller Not Found. Next page, you will see the download links are already on your Avid account. Click Show to continue to see all the download links. Click this one. Here are all the download links for your product. Since a lot of our customer calls that we get are customers looking for the download links, I will show you again how to get to the download links. Under the main page of your Avid account, click My Products and Subscriptions. Then click the drop-down menu, Products, and click Show. You will see all the download links for your products. For Pro Tools 12, you will need to download Pro Tools 12.2.1, Air Effects Bundle 12, Air Instrument Bundle, and Expand. Okay, next is to install Pro Tools. For Windows, after you have downloaded the file, go to the Downloads folder and look for the file Pro Tools 12.1. Right-click on that file and choose, make sure that you extract first before we install. So right-click on this file and then choose Extract All. It will ask you where to put the extracted file, so let's put it on the desktop first. Then after the extraction, go to the folder on the desktop, open the folder, and double-click on the setup. Do the same steps with the other files, the instruments bundle, Air Effects, and Expand. So that's for Windows. For Mac, again, go to your Downloads folder, double-click on Pro Tools 12.2.1 installer, and it will automatically mount and open it. Double-click on Install Pro Tools and follow prompts. Do the same steps with the other files. Or there's another way of doing it. Just simply download the application manager on either platform and then install the apps, the Pro Tools, and the other virtual instruments inside the application. Now we're on to step 3. That is authorizing and launching Pro Tools. Once your software is installed, let's go back to iLok License Manager application and sign in. Insert your iLok into your computer's USB port and activate Pro Tools. This should be the license. Click on this and drag it over to your iLok key in here. And it will ask you if you want to activate your license to your iLok key. Click OK. Then a notification screen will pop up confirming a successful activation. Click OK. After you have successfully activated your license to your iLok key, you can now launch Pro Tools. To recap, step 1, create an Avid account and iLok account. Step 2, activate and download Pro Tools. And step 3, authorize and launch Pro Tools. To continue on with the presentation, here's Jet.
Thank you very much, Kelly and Boyet. On the second part of our presentation, I'll be showing you on how to launch Pro Tools, determine the Pro Tools version that you're using, the use of the dashboard, how to create a new session and setting the session parameters, how to create an audio and video track, the types of audio tracks available, finding your way between the edit and mix windows, how to import audio and video files and the file types that are supported with it, how to zoom in and out in the edit window, using the splice, cut, copy, paste functions in Pro Tools, and doing a fade in and fade out. After which, you would also be shown on how to bounce your project to this using the online or offline bounce. So getting started, I'll be showing you some screenshots of how to launch your Pro Tools and determining your Pro Tools version and the use of the dashboard. So after clicking the Pro Tools icon, you would be seeing the screen and the appropriate version of Pro Tools will be shown. In this case, it is an HD version. After which, the appropriate version of Pro Tools, specifically this one, 12.2.0, is being shown. Alternatively, you could also go to Help and look for the Pro Tools version under that one. And it is the dashboard. It is where you could create or start using Pro Tools, where you could input the file name and set the session parameters here. If you've already done projects before, you could also go to Recent and open your projects accordingly. Again, it is where you could set the bit depth for your projects. Here, the file type, either using WAV or AIFF. The sample rate available. So just to give you an overview of what sample rate and bit depth is, the sample rate is defined as the equally spaced samples per second in a signal. If we would relate that to a digital camera, it is the number of pixels available. So the higher the sample rate, the higher the definition of sound is. Bit depth, on the meantime, is the matter of how the audible range the human ear can actually hear, or it's also called the signal-to-noise ratio. So just to give you a reference, such as the one that we're using right now, the telephone audio is about 8 kilohertz or 8,000 hertz. AM radios have a higher quality, running on 11 kilohertz. FM radio at 22 kilohertz. For CD, it's 44.1 kilohertz. And for digital audio tapes or DVDs, they're running at 48 kilohertz. 96 kilohertz and 192 kilohertz are also available, but usually are used for scientific research, specifically for bats, dolphins, and elephants. 16-bit gives you 90.3 decibels of dynamic range, or signal-to-noise ratio. 24-bit is an additional 130 decibels over 16-bit. And 32-bit floating point gives you 192.66 decibels, which is just currently there just in case everybody or everyone needs it. So I'll be showing you how to create a new session. Again, a recap on how to set the session parameters and creating the types of tracks. Let's now go to live demo. So again, it is the dashboard. This is where we will name our project accordingly. Let's name this demo. Then again, it is where you would see the file type. Let's just use broadcast WAV for now, 16-bit depth and 44.1. The interleave button is used to treat stereo files as one. If it is unchecked, the left and right channels would be treated as two separate files. Then just hit create. And it would ask you where you want your files to be saved. So this is the edit window. And at the back is the mix window. So how to create an audio track? Just go to track and hit new. And you are given an option here between mono or stereo. That's for regular Pro Tools. And if you're using HD versions, you are giving multi-track or multi-channel capabilities for LCR 4.0, etc. So let's create a mono track for now. As you would see, it also simultaneously reflects on the mix window. So this is where you could name your track. You could just double click on it and name it accordingly. This is the record function or record enable. The input monitoring, which is available in versions 12.2 or HD versions. For regular, this would be blank. The solo button, more of this later, and the mute button. On the mix window, you could see the pan knob or panoramic knob for you to assign your audio to either left or right channels, and the volume control. Now let's import a video file. So just go to File and go to Input, Import Video, and select these options. If you want the guide audio for your video, just click on the Import Audio from File. The file types are associated for video are QuickTime and Avid. But there are also new other codecs that we are supported. Just refer it to our knowledge base. So hit OK. Then use current. And this would be the video window. And it is now the video track and the guide audio with it. As you would notice, for mono tracks, there's just one LED bar. For stereo, there's two. So this would reflect on the type of channel that you are using. So you could just move this one by dragging it one. And you could also change the height of your track view by clicking on it You could choose from micro, mini, small, and even extreme. It depends on how you want your editing and editing needs. So let's add additional elements on this video track. So let's go to File, Import, Audio, and choose where your source files are. And you could also multiple select by shift-clicking files and add files, then hit Done. When you select New Track, it would automatically populate the tracks here. If it's clip list, it would be shown here. For now, let's just use the clip list and hit OK. As you can see, the files are already here on the right. So let's import them into the Edit window. Again, just use the shift click for multiple selections. As you can see, they are already populated there. These, by the way, are some other tools that we will be using. The Trim tool, the Select tool, and the Grabber tool. So the Grabber tool is used to move your audio files from one area of the edit window to another. So just click on it. There. Then the Trim tool is used for us to adjust the length of the file, or you could also just click on this one to have some sort of a shortcut. That could also be done at the beginning of the audio file. Also make sure that this button here, the A to Z, is lit up yellow, so it would enable the shortcut keys in Pro Tools. For copying, you just click on the file again using the grabber, then just hit the letter C or copy button. Then again, hit the selector tool and click anywhere on the timeline, then hit V or for paste or victory. There you go. If you want to undo that action, just hit Z or zebra. You could also do a splice by using the selector tool. Click on the area and hit letter B. And now there are two separate audio files. Okay. There's also a cut function, and that's letter X or keyboard X. So now let's do some adjustments with this one. Again, you could just drag it or just select it for you to move these ones. To zoom in or out, you could use T to zoom in, Tango, or R Romeo to zoom out. Then again, let's go back to the selector tool, and we could also do some sort of a fade in there. Just select the area and press F for fade in. There you go. And if you select it at the right side, it would do or create a fade out there. We could also do simultaneous editing for both these tracks here. So what you have to do is again select it at the same time there. Then press F. And again, we need to do a fade out there. Assuming that we're already done with the mixing and editing of our project, it's now time to bounce it. So just click on the video file, then go to File, Bounce to, and select QuickTime. Here you're given options. Again, just set the parameters according to your project settings. And you're given two options, an offline bounce and an online. Online bounce means if, for example, we have a 10-second clip here, it would render the audio for 10 seconds plus additional milliseconds for the video. And for offline, it would be 2 to 5 times faster than the regular real-time bounce to disk, depending on your system memory and processor. So this is bouncing in real time. And if you want to do a bounce on offline, I'll show you. Just bouncing offline. So again, just set the parameters that you need, and that's done. As you can see, the offline, that's the advantage of the offline bounce. Again, it is the mix window and the edit window. So just to give a recap, again, for mono signals, it's available for regular Pro Tools, mono and stereo. For multi-channel, 4.0 and above, that's available in Pro Tools HD. Again, I've shown you the difference between the edit and mix window and how to import audio and video files. Again, for audio, the available files that are supported are broadcast WAV or WAV files, and AIFF, and even MP3. And for video, it's QuickTime and Avid. I've also shown you how to zoom in and out in the edit window, the splice, cut, copy, paste functions of Pro Tools, and how to create fades. Again, these are the shortcut keys that you need. Again, R for zooming out, T for zooming in, Z for undo, X for cut, C for copy, V for paste, V for the splice, and F for fades. Again, there's two options to bounce your disk or project. Bouncing is some sort of rendering your project to be a finished good. Either it's a video file format or an audio format, again, either WAV, MP3, or AIFF. I've also shown you the difference between online and offline bounce. To see the sample video that I've shown you earlier, you could visit this website at https://vimeo.com/140872649. So you could see the finished project that I've shown you earlier. So thank you very much, and we do hope that you guys were able to understand on how to activate and register your Pro Tools software and the use of the iLok key. At the same time, learn how to do a simple Pro Tools session with video. If there are any clarifications that you need, please send it via the chat box on your screens. Okay, we have our first question here from Abby. As a first-time user, how would I know what file type should I use? Okay, as mentioned earlier, again for video, you could use QuickTime or Avid. And for audio, it could be WAV, AIFF, or MP3. Okay, another question. This one is coming from Danny.
Maybe I should take this. I'll take this question. A question from Danny. Can I use an iLok that is previously used by another user? Okay, answer is yes. As long as you have access to that old user ID and password, you can use that iLok. Just open the iLok license manager, sign into the old account, and right-click on the iLok key. Choose unregister to iLok to this account, then sign out to that old account, sign into your new iLok user ID, and right-click again, and choose register iLok to your account. Are there any more questions?
Okay, this one's coming from Shane. Do I need to insert my iLok key when running Pro Tools? Yes.
Here's one from Vance. Can I use a USB stick in lieu of the iLok key in replacement of an iLok key? No, you can't.
And another one from Sean. Do I need to be connected to the internet when using Pro Tools?
Answer this one. No, you don't need to. Just when you're activating it and downloading.
Okay, is there any other questions? Okay. Okay, I guess there are no other questions, so we thank you very much for listening to us. So I pass this back to Kelly. Kelly?
Fantastic. And thank you so much, Jay and Boyet, for conducting today's Tech Talk session. We hope everyone found this valuable and useful. And again, any questions that we maybe are getting in or we just weren't able to answer will be sent in a follow-up email in the next few days after we've had a chance to document and answer the questions. We'll also document any questions that we were able to answer during today's session. Now, if you found today's session useful, we also suggest some additional training options to help you be even more successful with Pro Tools. So for those who like to self-study and are new to Pro Tools, we have the Pro Tools 101 Introduction to Pro Tools courseware on the Avid web store, available in printed book and download ebook. All right, this is the first course in a series of 100, 200, and 300 level courses for those looking to gain user, operator, and expert certification in Pro Tools. Now, classes are available at Learning Partners at over 500 locations worldwide. Check out the Learning Partner near you at Avid website at avid.com/support/training/find partners. Now, for those of you looking for technical certifications as an Avid Certified Support Representative or an ACSR, we offer the Pro Tools 400 ACSR Pro Tools Systems course at Avid regional offices. Now, this is a blended course that has 3 days of self-paced online content, followed by 2 days of intensive hands-on instruction with installation, upgrades, troubleshooting techniques for Pro Tools systems. It's a really great class. And if you want information on any of these courses, please go to avid.com/training. Click on the Find the Course and Enroll link to find more information on these classes and to find specific instances of classes in your region. Once again, we want to thank you for taking the time to attend today's Avid Tech Talk webcast. We hope you found the information valuable and useful. Please definitely visit our Tech Talk registration page to register for additional Tech Talk sessions. Now, new sessions will be also posted regularly, so please visit often. And we also will be planning the next webcast series. We want to make sure we include topics most valuable to our customers. So in the next 24 hours, you will be receiving a survey invitation to give us feedback on today's session. We've also just sent out a link to a survey that you can take as well. And so definitely if you could do one of two things, either go to the chat tool right now. It'll just take a few minutes to give us feedback using that link that was just provided to you. Or in the next 24 hours when you receive that reminder to take the survey, please take an opportunity to give us feedback at that time. It's the same survey, so no need to take it twice, but if you could give us your feedback, we'd appreciate it. Not only do we want to hear about how you thought about today's session, but also this will give you an opportunity to give us recommendation and ideas for future Tech Talk sessions. So if there are specific topics on Pro Tools that you're looking for, please let us know and we'll try and line up a future Tech Talk to address those questions that you have or where you'd like to see a future Tech Talk. Please also send any questions, comments, or additional feedback about today's session to customer.care@avid.com. We definitely would love to hear from you. With that, we'll go and wrap up today's session, and thank you again for attending.